Okay, so I've got my first piece of Focal BAM ready to be put on the outer skin here. It's all been cleaned up with wax and grease remover. It's all nice and clean and shiny now. This piece I've cut the shape. There is a rail that goes along the inside of this door for structural and strength, and this is just going to go straight under it. Not sure how I'm going to get it all in one. I might have to peel it off and stick it as I go, but let's see how we'll just see how I go here. This is working. Here we go. We're getting somewhere. I've also got the little fan heater pointing at the back of the door cut here, which is heating up the metal and just making it a lot easier to stick this on, because it makes the adhesive side of the sound deadening go all tacky and stick really well. What I might do is, roll it on like that. Okay. So if I rip some of this off, rip that out, roll it in, just like that. There we go. The roller on it. There we go, that's the first piece done. That worked pretty well. Okay, there's the third piece in. Right. Yeah, outer skin done. Let's see if I can get the camera in there for you guys to see. Let's get the torch. So sound deadening goes all the way up in there. Obviously all the way to the bottom. Just the whole outer skin. That's worked really well. I'm happy with that. I might look at start look at seeing if I can get a speaker to mount in that baffle now before I go any further, because I'm going to need to know if I need to make a baffle or not. Right, okay, so sound deadening on the outer skin is done. I've just worked out a solution for mounting the speakers. I'm going to use the factory baffle, and then also this here is the adapter ring that came with the Alpine Type R components. Here's the woofer. All I've done is soldered some wires onto the terminals here with some blade crimps, and they're just going to plug straight into this CS2 plug here, which was plugged onto the factory speaker. And then this here will simply go straight on there. And then there are machine screw holes here already for the speaker to screw into, and that will hold it nice and securely. But before I put the speaker in, I'm going to sound deaden the skin and wrap the sound deadening over top of the baffle to completely seal it off and also give the rest of the baffle more rigidity. At the moment it's a wee bit loose, it's only held in by 3 screws. In fact, I might put some more in the rest of these holes around it, and then I'll put the woofer in and the door will be done after I've sound deadened this. Cool. Okay, there we go. So now this adapter ring is held onto the baffle with 7 screws through these little hidden holes here, which keep it, and then with these little holes, and then the woofer will go in. But before I do that, I'm going to sound in this. I've already cleaned the skin with the wax and grease remover. I did that at the same time as I did the outer skin. So now all I have to do is put the material on the door, whack the speaker, and put the door card back on, and it will be finished. Okay, so I got a sheet of dynamite here. They come pre-cut in this size. I have not cut it yet. Got baffle all secured on. Got these things tucked out of the way. Heater is currently pointing at the door card, just warming it up a bit. Going to make it easier for this to tack on. Now I just need to see if I need to cut this piece at all, or if I'm just going to slap it all on in one. I think I might, do it in vertical sections like that. Because if I go one here, and I can put the next one there. That's going to be the way, rather than doing it in a sheet like this. yep, I'll do overlapping sections. One here and one there. Okay. So a lot of people like to, you know, there are many different ways you can do your sound deadening. A lot of people like to, you know, make a shape and then, or cut it to shape first, then stick it on. Some people stick it on and cut it as they go. Some people even make up a big stencil, which is actually a really good idea. It's just very time consuming. Mark from Audio Fabrication recommends that, and he really knows what he's doing. But it does take a lot of time, and I don't think I've got a piece of cardboard big enough to match this door. So I like to just sort of get a good piece stuck onto it, and then slowly sort of, you know, cut it to shape as I'm adhering it to the door. All I have to remember is that these do have to come out. These are the cables here for the door handle mechanism. So I'm going to leave this hole open. Actually, I might cover like half of it, and then that will just pop out in front of me. Yeah, like that's what I'll do. So, I'll peel the top section of this thing off. Door card probably goes out to the plastic. So I'm going to put this all the way up there. Just like that. Get my roller. Roll this first section on. Okay, now I'm going to need my knife. Good. Might have to just move you guys back a wee bit. Sorry, you're just in the way there. Second piece, which is just going to go straight over there. Okay, front left door, first of four, is officially entirely dynamated, entirely finished. Completely dynamated, focal band on the inside skin. All I've got left to do is, you know, find the holes and cut out the bits that I need to cut out for the door card to pop back on, because I've covered a lot of the holes up. But put the woofer on, that'll be good to go. And what was the other thing? Oh yeah, I was going to mention, on these sections that are covering like a big gap in the metal, like this sort of through hole, I've got a couple of double layers. So over here I've put another piece to cover up the hole that these were coming through, got a double layer here, a big strip down there connecting the two pieces that are sealing together, and another piece covering that on that hole there, because adding a second layer just stiffens the whole piece up rather than allowing it to flap with the sound pressure. So now all I have to do is put this on, put the woofer in, and then get the holes cut out, door cut back on, this door will be done. There we go. Those connect. There we go. How about that, Grant? That looks pretty good to me. Don't think any air is getting out of there. Don't think any air will be escaping that door. Maybe up there. Okay, I'm about ready to put the door card back on. I've got all the little pop holes located and cut out. There's not that many to have to worry about. Got those ones, yes. The only thing I haven't cut a hole out for is the security screw that goes in the door, but I'm confident that that screw is going to find its own hole. It'll simply screw through the dynamite, no worries. Whereas with the pops, obviously you do have to cut a hole out for them to go through, and then there's two big locators. Other than that, that's everything. Time to put the door cut on. Time to put the door cut on. Done! Done! Done, done, done! Oh, that sounds good. It's good, Grant, it's good. It's only been half a day. Got one door done. Just 3 more to go, and 2 tweeters and a head unit and custom fitting kit and a subwoofer and amplifier and everything else that we're waiting on to arrive. Oh yeah, let's have a look. Grant's made something. Oh yeah?
It's going to get on there like that. Except I have to lower it just a little bit to get underneath this wee hump.
So that's where we're at the moment. Right, so I'm onto the tweeter now. Once I've videoed this for you guys, I'll probably put the rest of all 4 doors and everything like that on time-lapse mode, because you don't need to see me do it all the same thing over and over again. So this is the factory tweeter. It's just got a mounting point here, wires plug into the back of there. What I would like to do is try and get this off the back of this tweeter so that I can solder it to the crossover and it can just plug straight in. And then also, if I can get this cover face off this tweeter and onto this one, then also the, what would you call it, the mounting point is going to be ready to go as well. So that it's easy enough to get Type R tweeter apart. All you do is twist it and it comes apart like that. Ooh, I wonder if that's going to fit. It might fit. Might have to do some modification. So that's the Type R tweeter. Now getting this one apart, it's going to be trickier. That'll work. All the sound will get fired out the front. Hot glue will hold that in place on its thing, and then it will just mount straight on. Okay, there we go. Only took 10 minutes, but I've got the mounting point for the factory tweeter. It looks a bit grubby, but you won't see it through the grill. Got that glued on to the front of the Type R tweeter, so now that's just going to screw straight onto the factory location. Easy as. And also the hot glue acts as a sealer as well, so we know that all the sound is going to come funneling out of this tube at the front. Now all I have to do is look at getting this connector off the back of this one and soldering it to the crossover. Changed my mind, rather than mucking with this one, I'm just going to use a couple of these crimps which are the exact same size as the connectors in there, and they're just going to plug straight into the factory harness off the crossover. Okay, I found a pretty good space for these crossovers to go. Just to the left of where the tweeter mounts, there is a little hole for these to go down, which they'll wedge in there between that and a plastic heater duct, and B, I'm going to put an adhesive strip on the back of it which is going to stick to metal, so we know the crossover is not going to be wriggling around doing anything. Type adhesive strips. So just over here is where I'm going to be putting the tweeter and the crossover. That one and that one. There we go. Done. And that right there is one of the tweeters and crossovers done. Don't know if you can see it in the corner there, but I got the crossover stuck down, tweeters mounted and secure with the factory fitting. Now all I have to do is put the cover back over top of that, but I won't do that yet because the microphone is going to run down in that corner, so I won't put the cover back on yet. But yeah, that's pretty much the front left speaker, front left door for sound deadening done, the front left tweeter done. I'm going to continue on with all the rest of the doors, and I'll just put the rest of it in, you know, high speed or time-lapse mode or something like that, because you don't need to see me explaining everything I'm doing again. So yeah, that'll be the next section, and probably the end of the first video. Right, the stuff has arrived in the post, so now we can start looking at installing it, but that's going to be in the next video. Okay, so quickly, we've got Alpine X008AU 8-inch screen navigation, doubled in stereo, JBL monoblock amplifier, 1000 watts, Alpine Type R 12-inch subwoofer, and this is the awesome fitting kit made by Alpine. Ooh, it feels delicate, very thin. It's got an LCD touchscreen there, and if I flip it over carefully, see there, made by Alpine in Japan. And it looks pretty awesome. I can't wait to see it all powered up. So I'm going to put this back in its special little box, and then Grant's going to take the sub out and start looking at how he's going to fit that in his box. Thanks for watching this video, guys. If you want to, you know, see the video of me installing the rest of the stuff, like the amplifier and the stereo and the fitting kit and everything like that, make sure you subscribe to my channel so that when I put the next video up, you guys are notified. And if you enjoyed watching this one, give it a thumbs up or leave a comment. Tell me what it is you liked about it. If there was something you disagreed with, I'm happy to hear it. Yeah, so thanks for watching this video, guys. Have a good one.